Otters, I hope you're all well. I hope you had a lovely weekend and enjoyed the sunshine, which has now disappeared. And yeah, ready to start a new week. So, I left on a right cliffhanger because I'm really mean like that, so let's go straight back in. My eyes get used to the gloom and I blink with surprise and alarm. The Nazis aren't doing a book search at all. One of them is grabbing the chickens and stuffing them into a sack. The other is putting a rope around Trotsky's neck. Trotsky isn't happy. He's trying to bite the soldier. The soldier is swearing. Genia is very upset. "You can't take them," she's yelling. "You can't!" One of the Nazi soldiers has got his gun pointed at Genia, but apart from that, they're ignoring her. Leopold is very upset too. He's barking and growling. Genia is holding him by his collar, but he's jumping and leaping, trying to get at the soldiers. I know I should be doing the same, or at least pleading with them. Before I can move, I hear a voice calling out, "Hey, Novak." At first I don't understand what that means. I'm too numb to think. But slowly I realise, that's me. I turn around. Cyril and the 3 other boys are walking towards me from across the farmyard. Cyril is grinning, but not in a friendly way. As he gets closer, I see that his face is badly bruised from when the Hitler Youth bashed him the other day. I hurry forward to meet the boys so I can find out what they want before they get too close to the barn. "This is my gang," says Cyril, pointing to the other boys, who aren't looking very friendly either. Now I'm thinking fast. Cyril must have decided to come here in person to report me to the Nazis for book stealing, and Zelda as well probably, so he can gloat while the Nazis arrest us. And there's nothing I can do. I've got the book in my hands. He must have seen it already. Cyril and the other boys come and stand very close to me, but Cyril isn't even looking at the book. "Do you want to join my gang?" he says. I stare at him, surprised. I don't know what to say. I just want to get back to the barn. "We want you to join," says Cyril. The other boys all nod. My thoughts are whirling. Maybe his gang do a lot of stealing and that's why they're inviting me. Maybe if I'm in his gang, he won't press charges about the book. "All right," I say, stuffing the book inside my shirt. "And me," says another voice. "I want to join too." It's Zelda. She's standing next to me, hands on her hips, looking sternly at Cyril. "Go back to the house," I plead with her. "Not unless you do," she says. Cyril scowls at Zelda. "No girls," he says. He turns back to me. "Before you can join, you have to do the test." "What test?" I say. "Pull your trousers down," says Cyril. I don't understand. Fear starts to churn inside me. "You're rude," says Zelda to Cyril. Cyril ignores her. My insides are quivering. I try not to show it. "That's stupid," I say. "I've changed my mind. I don't want to join." "Too late," says Cyril. "You said you did. If you don't pull your trousers down, we will." The other boys take a step towards me. Cyril is looking at me right in the eye. Cyril is looking me right in the eye, his wet lips gleaming. "You know how when you're trapped and terrified and your insides are squeezed up with fear, you get an urgent need to do a poo? I'm getting that now." "Pull his trousers down," says Cyril. The boys all grab at my trousers and start to undo the buttons. I try to fight them, but 2 of them hold my arms. "Get off him!" yells Zelda. Cyril pushes her away. She sprawls onto the ground. I kick and struggle, but it's no good. The boys have got 2 of the buttons undone already. There's only one thing I can do. It's my last chance for us to survive. I let the poo out. Cyril has got his hands on the back of my trousers, trying to drag them down. "Ugh," he says. "What's that smell? It's warm." I don't say anything. He'll realise. He does. "Ah!" he yells, jumping back. "He's pooed his pants!" The other boys jump back too. I look down. I don't want to see their faces and what they think of me. "Disgusting," says one of the boys. "Filthy maggot," says the other. They're right, but what choice did I have? Zelda is scrambling to her feet. "You made him do it," she yells at the boys. "He doesn't usually do it." She puts her arms around me. "It's not your fault," she says. Sometimes poo just comes out. The barn door bangs open. One of the Nazi soldiers appears, carrying a sack full of squawking chickens. Cyril runs over to him, crowing loudly, pointing at me. He pooed his pants! Maybe he hopes the Nazi soldier will shoot me for being disgusting. The Nazi soldier isn't in the mood. His hands and face are covered with chicken scratches. He swipes at Cyril and almost knocks him over. Get lost, all of you, he yells at us in bad Polish. But we don't. Cyril stomps back towards me and I can see he's determined to get my pants down, poo or no poo. Zelda is staring at the sack of chickens, horrified, and I can see she's determined to rescue them. I step forward to try and stop them both. I'm still moving forward when something else happens. Something even worse. Inside the barn, loud and terrible. A gunshot. Then we froze. Me and Zelda and Cyril and the other boys. A gunshot can do that. Make your whole body go cold and rigid, even if the bullet doesn't actually hit you. The Nazi soldier with the sack of chickens doesn't freeze. He just tosses the sack into the back of the truck. He doesn't even look concerned. He probably hears 100 gunshots a day, most of them probably killing innocent people like Genia or innocent pigs like Trotsky. Suddenly, with a jolt of panic, I come back to life. So do Cyril and his gang. They stop gawking at the barn and swap scared looks. I haven't finished with you, Novak. Cyril snarls at me, and I can see he means it. He and the other boys sprint away. Zelda is storming towards the chickens. I lunge forward and grab her just as the other Nazi soldiers comes out of the barn. He's putting his pistol back into his holster and dragging an angry Trotsky at the end of the rope. More panic hits me. If it wasn't Trotsky who was shot. Let that pig go! Zelda yells at the soldiers. And those chickens! I put my hand over her mouth. Before I can see what terrible thing has happened in the barn, I have to keep Zelda safe. Be a good girl, Violetta, I say loudly, just like Genia would. The officers are just collecting food for the Nazi army. Zelda bites my hand. I try not to let the soldier see I'm in pain. I pretend I'm wiping dirt from around Zelda's mouth, while she grunts into my hand. I smile and wave with my other hand to the soldiers. They grunt too as they lift Trotsky up and dump him into the back of the truck. Please understand why I can't rescue you, I beg Trotsky silently. I keep smiling and waving while the Nazis drive away. It's incredibly hard, smiling with full pants and fear in your guts and an aching heart, but I do it for Zelda. You let them take Trotsky, Zelda yells at me when I finally take my hand off her mouth. You let them take the chickens! I try to explain, but I can't speak. Zelda probably thinks it's because I'm ashamed, which I am. But mostly it's because of what might be waiting for us in the barn. And I'm going to leave it for there today. It gets very, very sad after this bit, guys, so be warned. Tomorrow might be a bit of a tearjerker. Hope you have a great week. Email me with your English work and I will check in with you tomorrow.